everyone, it's Jessica Michaels here with another layout for a cherry on top. I am using these two photos today of my sweet boy, and he was carrying around this duck or goose, but I think it's a duck. So it was at my sister's house, and she was actually really great about it, and she's very easygoing, so she didn't mind him picking her up and carrying her around, which was great. But I am pulling out the Cool Boy collection by Pebbles, and I am just matting my photos with some smooth white, well actually it's textured white cardstock first, and some pattern papers from the collection. So I've got them matted and I've distressed the edges of them. I'm using a textured white cardstock for my background by Colorblock. It's my favorite textured white cardstock. It comes in a pack of I think 25 or so, and that's what I'm using today. So I've got my circle punch here. I'm just going to punch out a few circles to scatter about my layouts, but I'm keeping the ombre effect. So I really love this ombre paper that comes in this collection, and I've got a little camera here that I've actually cut out with my Cricut cutting machine and one of the cut files from the shop. So I have my stamps here that I am going to use on this layout. I've popped my cut file behind my photos there, as you can see, and I'm just starting out with some archival ink in black to just stamp a few of these little cute designs from a couple of these stamp sets. This one's by Altenew, the other one was by Inkblot Shop, and I'm just going to create a nice background effect here just on this vertical design so that the main focus is my photos, but I just wanted to add a lot of things in the background and create my own background. So I'm just going to distress the edges of all of these little circles, but I'll fast forward that so you don't have to watch me do all those. And then I'm pulling out these little puffy foam stickers from the Cool Boy collection as well, and then the other little stickers sheet that come in it too. I'm also going to pop some washi tape down here. Washi tape is actually the Technique Tuesday theme for the entire month, so I've pulled out some of that to use on my layout since it was actually laying right here beside me from the other video that I've already done for Technique Tuesday. So that's already up if you want to check that out. It's on my channel as well. That one is from Brave and Bold collection by Amy Tangerine. I've got my alphabet letters here that I'm going to use. These are the Abigail letters. I believe they're by Doodlebug, if I remember right. And then these are the Sunshine on My Mind alphas, and I just love them. I've ordered them several times. So there, I've got my title there. It's going to be Duck Duck Goose with a question mark because I really wasn't sure if it was a duck or a goose, but I'm pretty sure that it's a duck because my sister had ducks. She didn't have geese, so pretty sure it's duck. But I had that title in my brain, and that's the only title that I liked, and it kept sticking in my brain, so that's what I used. So I've got my little foam squares by Gina K here, and I'm just going to pop up several of these. Actually, I think I pop all of the circles except for one because it's layered. So I'm going to pop all those up with some foam squares, and I'm just going to start decorating this with my embellishments here and using some of these stickers, some of the puffy foam stickers, some of the flat ones, and some of these other ones that are here in this other pack right here. I think the only thing I actually pull off of this one is that little rainbow, and I actually stick it towards the top of the photos there and stick it right there, and then I do actually move it around a couple more times, but it generally stays in that area. So I am actually going to grab the other sticker sheet here and add a little smiley face, and I'm going to grab the die cut pack as well. I combined all mine between both of the die cuts into this Ziploc bag. That's what I usually do with my embellishments that come in the packs like that. So I just like to store them in these flat zipper bags better than the original packaging, because kind of once you open them, sometimes they get all ripped up and things. So that's what I transfer mine to. And I just combine them together. So I've got all my embellishments here. I'm just going to cut this little ticket apart because I want to use that one in the middle. And I'm going to pop it right there. And actually, I totally forgot to even glue that down. I'm just remembering this now, and it's actually still sitting on my desk. So I need to remember to glue that little piece down because I forgot. And I know when I pick it up off my desk, it's actually going to go flying. So I better take care of that before I try to pop it into my book. So I am just adding little bits and pieces. This one there, that little animal shape there is actually like a vellum shape, and it's super cute. So I've added him at the bottom there. And I've got just lots of embellishments here that I'm just going through, seeing what will work with this layout, seeing what I want to add, and I'm just sorting through them, and then I'm just going to use a couple things and pop them onto my layout. So I wanted this to have kind of a lot of stuff. You guys have watched my videos before, I'm sure. You know that my style is a lot of cluster scrapbooking and just adding a lot of things to my layout. So this still looks pretty plain to me at this point, so I do go in and add a lot more stuff to it. I'm going to add some sequins, I'm going to add some splatters with some KaiserKraft Turquoise mist, and just sticking down the rest of my embellishments here. So I'm just going to add a lot of stuff yet, but I've grabbed some distress inks here and a couple of stamps from my stash that I'm using with, I think it's peacock feathers and cracked pistachio distress inks. So I've got those two here. Usually I just use the mini ones. I don't have a lot of the big ones in the inks. I have a lot of the oxides in the big pads, but I like the inks whenever I'm kind of doing techniques like this where I want it to be transparent stamping. The distress oxides are more of an opaque. You can't really see through them, kind of like a chalky finish. So they are different between the inks and the oxides, but that's the difference. You can see through the inks, but you can't through the oxides, if that makes sense. And they are water reactive also, so if you flick water onto them, they kind of get like a splotchy or marbled look, which I absolutely love. But for the main stamping in this, I use the archival black because it creates more of a crisp, clean stamp. The distress inks and oxides will be just like the name, and they are a little bit more distressed. I've pulled out my sequins here from my stash. I'm going to use a whole bunch on this layout, so I'm going to speed this up here in a second so you don't have to watch me place every single one of them down. But I do use a lot. I've got my splatters on there with my KaiserKraft mist, and then I'm just pulling out some of these little stitched stickers by Pretty Little Studio to scatter about my layout as well. And then that's pretty much going to finish this one off for the most part. As soon as I get these stickers all on there, I do add one more sequin after this because the last one of these that I put on, I actually made a little splotch. I must have touched one of the wet splatters down here. So I actually made a little boo-boo, but I'm just going to cover it up with a sequin. You'll see it here in a second. But yeah, I love this layout. I love how it came together, and I hope you guys enjoyed this process today, and make sure that you stay tuned for all the other creators that are having different things popping up this month. We have a lot of fun layouts and different projects from the whole design team. So thank you guys so much for watching, and thanks for being here. Have a great day.